What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red River Aviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today. And today we have the January 2020 Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport update for you guys. Hopefully you guys are excited for today's video. If you guys are, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell to never miss out on any brand new videos coming to the channel. Sorry. Final video for January. 1 month already complete in 2020. It's pretty surreal. A little fun fact that I found interesting, this is going to be the only airport update that did not feature a sunny environment for the atmosphere. So we were one update away from having every update be sunny, so that's we were really close, so it's very unfortunate, but this week really kind of messed me up. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all nice cloudy days, so yeah, it's unfortunate, but we'll rebound, and hopefully that will be a goal one day, is to have every airport update be sunny. So we'll see, maybe February, who knows. But anyways, in this update, this is going to be, there is no new models. You can thank Easy Toys, Diecast Jets, and eBay for no new models. I have 7 on order. The American A321s for NG models didn't show up, so that's very unfortunate. The Sun Country is still not present, so I'm gonna plan on buying another, and hopefully that shows up and with the other. So, and then the excuse me, I'm sorry guys, the new United A319 and the Ember 175s. Obviously, I understand that because those got announced like 3 weeks ago. So hopefully those will be here for the next update. But nevertheless, this update's gonna be more of a we're gonna have a more fluid route airport update today, so more realistic and more adequate different routes, so more change up. There's also some aircraft operation changes since the last time I've looked, so that's exciting. And then future plans at the end, I do have some plans for what I want to do moving forward with this replica. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope you guys are excited for today's Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport update. There's a lot of models, so we better get into it immediately. So I'll take you guys off the tripod here and we will get started. Big airport already for fold-up tables, so put the tripod over here for Terminal E probably, but nevertheless, let's get into it. So here we have a Delta Airbus A319. He's currently pulling in from, we'll go with Detroit for him, and he'll be making the flight out to Minneapolis, St. Paul shortly. Followed by a 2019 release of the American Airlines Boeing 757-200. He's currently pulling in from Philadelphia and will be making a flight back to New York John F. Kennedy, which is a 757 once a day at least when I look. So that's pretty exciting. American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the AirCal Heritage Retro paint scheme. He's coming in from Bozeman. He'll be making the flight to Oklahoma City later on. American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-700. He's going to go take the gate right there where the CRJ-700 is pushing back. He arrived in from Louisville and will be making a flight to Roswell later on. American Airlines Boeing 777-300ER 2013 release. He's currently taxiing in from Sao Paulo and will be making a flight to, we'll go with London Heathrow later. United Emerald 175 in the old paint scheme. We'll have the new ones for the next update hopefully, so that's exciting. He's currently taxiing in from Houston and will be making the return flight shortly. Air Canada Express CRJ-705 heading out to Vancouver. Usually Ember or CRJ-900 rather, but this is what I have, so hopefully it's fair for you guys. I would like to get a CRJ-900, but the mold is horrendous if you haven't seen from other YouTubers. So here we have 3 Ember 145s, one operating as Ember 140. We'll begin with this Ember 145 at the Terminal E satellite. He's currently loading up passengers with service out to Stillwater, Oklahoma after arrival from Lawton, Oklahoma. Followed by Ember 140. He's currently loading up passengers today with service out to Waco, Texas after arrival from College Station earlier. And here we have another Ember 145 off to, I don't know if they fly these to Santa Fe, but we'll send it to Santa Fe, New Mexico after arrival from Champaign, Illinois. We'll be excited to see Ace Aviation's next Champaign update. It's already been months, but hopefully that will be coming soon. Push it back for Terminal E. Here we have an American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-700 with service to He'll be our flight to Aspen after arrival from Aspen, Colorado after arrival from Houston Hobby. Spirit Airbus A319. He's currently loading up passengers with service out to Chicago O'Hare after arrival from Philadelphia earlier. Spirit Airbus A321 loading up passengers with service to Los Angeles after arrival from Orlando. Spirit Airbus A319, the digital livery. Lots of comments always about where did you get your Spirit A319s? Can you trade, whatever. Aero Classics did release this model, so if you're looking for it, I've seen it on eBay for a really good price, so better go get you one. Anyways, he's heading off to Minneapolis, St. Paul after arrival from Houston. Frontier Airbus A320neo. I forgot which one it was. Georgia the Painted Bunny. Currently loading up passengers with service to Denver after arrival from Branson earlier, or yesterday rather. Delta MD-88 service out to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. Citrus Aviation. I actually got the subscriber route for once, so that's pretty awesome. Comment if you want subscriber routes. I'm willing to include them, so let me know. And as long as they're featured in your airport updates, just let me know. And I'll definitely be there to watch. Delta Connection, Bombardier Nacier Day-900. He's going to fly off to Cincinnati today after arrival from New York JFK. A little unrealistic, but why not? We have a Embraer 170. Who's currently loading up passengers today with service off to, for him, he'll go off to New York LaGuardia today after arrival from LaGuardia as well. Delta CS100 off to New York LaGuardia as well. They've been filing a lot of them to LaGuardia, so it would only make sense for him to go there after arrival from Atlanta, how about Minneapolis earlier. Alaska 737-900ER in the old white Chester livery, arriving from Seattle, obviously going to be making a return flight. Delta Airbus A320, he's pulling in from Los Angeles, which I did see them fly there, so that's pretty awesome, so he'll be making a return flight soon. Let me get the chair here. Not too much to say. This is kind of one of the most quiet Dallas updates I've ever done, if I recall correctly. American Eagle Bombardier Nacier Day-200 arriving from Mobile, Alabama, and will be making a ferry flight to Chicago O'Hare. Delta Airbus A321 pushing back with service out to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport today. The MD-88 was delayed, so the A321 is heading off to Atlanta on time. Here we have a cool lineup here of some JetBlues and Uniteds. JetBlue Airbus A320 in the stripes tail. This is Bluebird. He's currently imaginary loading up passengers with no jet bridge with service out to Boston today. I'm really excited to get the new livery A319 by Gemini. I think it's going to be a lot better, but we have 3 Airbuses. We have a United Airbus A320 with service off to Denver today after arrival from Denver earlier. We have 2 A319s. The first heading off to Chicago after arrival from Houston. The second's heading off to, we'll go with Newark after arrival from San Francisco, I believe they still have. So San Francisco will be our route there. Right here we have a United Boeing 737-900 Eco Skies livery arriving from Washington Dulles, and we'll be making the return flight to Washington Dulles at some point later on today. American Airbus A319 in the LUS version. These have been filing to different places, so he's coming in from Midland, Texas today after arrival from a place that holds a special place in my heart. I used to fly to it all the time in Flight Simulator X, Palm Springs, California, so pretty awesome. United Express Bombardier Nacier Day-550 filling in for Sierra Day-700 service off to Washington Dulles after arrival from Washington Dulles earlier, so sorry, Sierra Day-700 on that, so kind of makes sense. Delta Connection Embraer 170, he's coming in from if you guys don't mind, I'm going to pull up the wiki just to see if I have I should have had this ready, but to see if there's any flights that I'm badly missing. So let's take a look. I'll read you guys off all new destinations here in a moment as well. But for Delta, so Delta connections only LaGuardia and Cincinnati. So off to LaGuardia, I suppose. And then all their mainline flights consist of Atlanta, Detroit, Los Angeles, Minneapolis, New York, JFK, New York, LaGuardia, and Salt Lake City. So not the hub it once was, obviously. American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER in the One World paint scheme. He's coming from... Sorry, there's a... Oh, I'm on American Eagle, no wonder. But there's a lot of flights. We'll go with Tokyo Narita. And they're also adding Tokyo Hanane on March 29th, so that's pretty awesome. So he's arriving from Tokyo Narita and will be off to Shanghai later on today, which is probably 787, but nevertheless. Currently taking off on 17th Center. Here we have a Delta, or I'm sorry, landing. We have a Air Canada Express Embraer 170 arriving in from Toronto Pearson, and we'll be making a flight off to Montreal, which is Air Canada's 3 flights out of Dallas-Fort Worth. Currently taxiing over to the east side of the airport to his to their operations. FedEx Express Boeing 757 freighter, and he's currently taxiing in from Memphis, and we'll be making a flight to Indianapolis, probably 757. I'd love to get some Primairs, DHLs. There's a lot of planes that are still on my list. Hopefully can make the cargo center too at some point. Next update will be a lot better. We'll definitely have new models and hopefully maybe a tarmac or something, or a like cargo ramp, or maybe the hangar. I'm not sure. We'll see. I have that whole board still. I want to do the Tulsa hangar, Albuquerque expansion. I want to save a portion of it for that, and then probably whatever Dallas entails. Leave Pensacola alone. There's nothing really at Reno, so we'll see. Emirates Boeing 777-300ER currently taking off, and he's off to Dubai today as always, taking off on 17 right. Just getting some good detail here of the 777-300ER. Delta 717 taxiing out with service off to New York JFK, even though it may not be the most realistic, but yeah, there's a lot of Deltas now, so we might as well just do what we can. United Emerald 170, he's currently taxiing. I don't know if it's just me or it kind of looks off balance, kind of. This gear may have got like, yeah, that sucks, but if you can't tell, focus, we have crooked landing gear. So I'm actually going to see if I can fix that. I don't know how it would have happened, but let's see if we can fix it mid-update without breaking it. Luckily, these will fluctuate in and out here and there, so it's not the biggest deal to me. This isn't my pride and joy American or something, but yeah, they're sturdy, so I'll mess with it later, but it does look a little goofy. It does look a little better though. Anyways, he's off to Houston today. American Airlines E319 service off to St. Louis after arrival from Wichita, Kansas. American Airlines E321 LUS off to Phoenix after arrival from San Diego. Just a little West Coast action there. Delta 737-900ER serves out to Salt Lake City today. Yeah, just return flights for all the airlines besides American pretty much. So I forgot this United 737-700 is off to Newark today after arrival from Chicago O'Hare earlier. So we will keep it moving with we're going to save the international terminal, change this update some compared to the other updates. It's like, I want to say 22 maybe. It's progressed a lot. Really excited for the new models though. I'm sorry that this update may seem a little more boring than normal. Yeah, there's not a lot to really just jump up and down about. So, beginning with this special lineup, which is pretty sweet. If only this was real life. We have 3 special 737s and a special A319. Beginning with the American Airlines Boeing 737-800 Chrome Heritage Retro paint scheme. He's flying off to Las Vegas after arrival from Omaha. Followed by Allegheny Retro Airbus A319. This is going to be a little real life reference, but he's coming in from Milwaukee and we'll be making the flight out to Des Moines. The Allegheny Retro Citrus Aviation saw it in Des Moines. I want to say it was coming from Phoenix, but I thought it would be a cool reference to add into this update. So he's heading off to Des Moines. I think it was from Phoenix though, so that's kind of unfortunate, but still pretty awesome. Followed by 737-800 and the One World Heritage Retro paint scheme, or not retro, the One World paint scheme. He's off to Aviation 18's construction, Washington Dulles. I don't know where he's landing, but he's going off there somewhere, so that's pretty awesome. American Airlines Boeing 737-800 and TWA retro paint scheme. He's going off to New Orleans after arrival from Reno, Tahoe. And then kind of a weird gate for this aircraft, but we're trying to fill some gates. American Airlines Airbus A321. I'm really excited to get the NG models. I know I bought the Neos, but I ended up getting one 737 or one A321 normal and the A321 stamped cancer. So I'm excited for those to come. 2 models cost $97, so I'm really trying to wait and be patient before I send them a phone call. So let's just hope it shows up next week. But anyways, 321 heading off to LaGuardia after arrival from, we'll go with San Francisco. So here we have a pair of 787s. So going to get some more AS Aviation references. So American Airlines Boeing 787-8 arriving in from, he's going to arrive from Chicago, even though that's not Mr. AS Aviation, AS Aviation's flight. Actually, timeout. He's coming in from Honolulu, which has recently been switched from 777 to the 787. So that's one of the aircraft operation changes that I found very interesting and pretty cool. He's heading out to Chicago, which the outbound flight that AS Aviation took from on his trip back from Malaysia. When he was going back to Chicago, he took the 787-8 home. So that was pretty awesome. And then you're gonna love this. We have a 787-9 arriving in from Chicago, which was the flight he came on to Dallas. So that was pretty awesome. So, yeah, I wish I could fly 2 777-300s, 787-8, 787-9, 2 Cafe Dragon A330s, and 2 Malaysia 737-800s. I'm so excited for the footage of that trip. Make sure to go check his channel out. I'll try to leave a link in the description, but he has some really awesome content coming from his recent Malaysia trip, and there was some insane takeoff and landing clips that have already been revealed. So it looks like some of the can't miss aviation content or some of the best can't miss aviation content I've ever seen. Some insane landing in Dallas, insane takeoff here at this airport in real life. So let's go support him. Let's go get him to 7,000 subscribers. He's within the miles, so let's go get him there. I would appreciate it, guys, to help him out. Don't forget to subscribe here, though, because we're almost to 1,000 ourselves. So, and anyways, 787-9 is making the return. He's heading off to Los Angeles. Los Angeles has been 1 777, which has been pretty awesome, and then 2 787-9s. I think there may have been a 787-8 once, but I think it was 2 787-9s. So that's pretty awesome. And then we have a lineup of narrow bodies, beginning with a A321 that was a Neo, but now it's an A321. These will still be in the airport, never, obviously, even though the NG models will be coming in, but I still think that they're a good presence here. But anyways, the Aero Classics A321's off to San Antonio after arrival from, we will go with Sacramento for different. Followed by 737-800 off to Raleigh Durham after arrival from Orange County, followed by 757-200 heading off to Miami after arrival from Phoenix, and then another 737-800 off to Minneapolis, St. Paul after arrival from Kansas City. So pretty awesome lineup there of domestics, so I thought it was pretty sweet. Now on to the Terminal A portion. We have a I'll get a little closer. We are pretty far. Sorry, these tables are really hard to navigate around there. This airport's getting big, and when I talk about the expansion, you guys are going to look at me and say, already? Okay, so here we have another lineup of narrow bodies, beginning with a American Airlines Boeing 737-800. He's heading off to Houston IAH after arrival from Indianapolis. Next, we have a Airbus E319 off to Madison after arrival from Jacksonville, followed by a Reno Air Boeing 737-800. He came to Tulsa a couple weeks ago, I think, so he's going to head off to Tulsa after arrival from... where did it come in from when I was there? I want to say it was New Orleans. But why not New Orleans? American Airbus E320 coming in from Minneapolis and will be flying out to Charlotte. Little substitution action. American Airlines Boeing 757-200. He's off to... we'll send him to New York as well after arrival from Las Vegas. And then we have a... you guys are probably wondering what the 767 is doing at these gates. Well, we have pretty good news. The 767, besides them, a lot of them are going to be retired. We're going to be left with, I want to say, 5 or so after 2020, so really tough. And then the Embraer 190 is going to be completely gone. Once again, also very, very sad. But the 767, I saw it coming in from... I want to say it was Philadelphia. So he's coming in from Philadelphia, and I'm assuming he went back to Philadelphia, so that's what he's doing. And then another 787-9 heading off to Los Angeles after arrival from... he was pulled over from the international terminal. He arrived in from Madrid earlier today, so that is what he is doing today. Then we have another lineup of aircraft, beginning with a American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the normal livery. That's the new mold. He is getting passengers on board today with service off to Norfolk after arrival from Newark, followed by a Airbus E319 LUS off to West Palm Beach. I think they fly there. If they don't, I'm sorry. After arrival from Savannah. Airbus A321 Neo converted, flying off to I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to find a good route here. Orlando after arrival from Denver, even though it's kind of realistic. And then another 737-800 heading off to Colorado Springs after arrival from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'll get the majority of these taxing because they're still there. So, two American Eagle, or actually the American Embraer 190's mainline, but here we have a American Eagle Embraer 145. He's currently taxiing in to go get a gate over there from... Just a moment. Augusta, Georgia, which is probably Series 900, but we're making do with what we have. After arrival from Springfield, followed by Embraer 190. He's just here. I mean, he doesn't fly into the airport regularly. It's to get models in the update. So, I mean, it's an awesome model. I really like it. It's unfortunate that it's going to retire soon, so we might as well actually utilize it. So. We have American Airlines Embraer 190. You know, he's just touring the country. You know, he arrived from Birmingham, Alabama, and he'll be flying off to what's the funniest route I can come up with? Austin, Texas. So he's just, you know, he's just flying around. He's currently just touring the taxiway right now. He's seen what DFW's all about. So that was pretty great. Followed by Spirit and United. Here we have a Spirit of A320 Neo, or that's A320 regular, pardon. Mr. Spirit today is off to Fort Lauderdale after arrival from Phoenix Sky Harbor. United Boeing 737-800s off to San Francisco after arrival from Washington Dulles. Whoa. Sorry, my phone messed up. Doing two more. Spirit A318 digital delivery. He's currently taxiing out with service to Atlanta after arrival from Cancun. Or he's going to the terminal. He's arriving from Cancun and will be heading out to Atlanta later on. And then we have a CRJ-700 Delta connection off to Cincinnati. So I probably overestimated how many flights Delta actually has because I have way too many aircraft. So trying to get a lot of models in here, but when you say Cincinnati 3 times, it's probably a little much. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We will take it over to the other side to get our international terminal and things. So 26 minutes, a little shorter than I anticipated to this point. But hopefully you guys are enjoying the video. If you guys are, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. If you subscribe right now, I won't leak the airport that is back there. Gosh, dang, it's so hard. I don't want Citrus Aviation sending me another screenshot of literally the corner. It was, I may put it on screen, probably not, but it was literally not even that much of it. So let me back it up here real quick. I probably should have prepared better than this, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah. So new airport. It'll be debuting hopefully late February. Is the goal. It's an exciting airport, and you guys are gonna, or actually, no, the camera's too far down. But I was gonna say, you guys may get a little snapshot of me there. So let's take this to the Terminal D. We still have quite a few taxiing planes. Here's the, yeah, I'm now on board. Here's the hard stand. We ran out of gates, so we have a Volaris A320 currently deplaning from Guadalajara. And Volaris is also starting a lot of new flights, including Baggio. Bagio begins April 3rd, and oh gosh, Zacchaeus, or I'm sorry, Zacchaeus, I don't know. That's also April 3rd, so that's pretty awesome. So he's coming in from Guadalajara and will be off to a flight Durango, and then the other two start April 3rd, obviously. And then the 767s, pretty much the M190. These are doing tours around the country right now. The One World is off Tulsa for maintenance, and the other 767 is I don't have a great answer. He's off the Boeing field because his he had a really interesting flap incident. So yeah, I don't know, guys, but yeah, obviously just here because they're cool models and I want to include. Maybe the A330s will be the next update as a diversion. Actually, one 767 is diverted from Miami to San Francisco. How about that? All right, we have quite a few internationals here. I'm still working on variety. I'll talk about the expansion once we conclude all the models, but it's going to propose a lot more international gates because we have 6 heavy gates, and that's not very good. All right, Lufthansa Airbus A330-300 in the white livery, obviously. He's currently loading up passengers today. He's heading out to Frankfurt today, and We had a couple A340-600s and an A340-300 Star Alliance over the last couple weeks, so that's pretty awesome. Hopefully, we'll have. Maybe I'll put it in here if I can pick it up, but I'm not anticipating it because I'm still missing. What else? I want to get the Qantas A380 really bad. That's a model I probably should have already. Let me look here. Korean Air, I'm missing Korean. Japan. Avianca. And that's pretty much it. So I'm missing Air France. So I'm missing a handful, but it's definitely a lot better than it was. So anyways, Frankfurt for Lufthansa, and then the Qatar was A350-1000 one world livery, spectacular model. He's off to Doha today. Hopefully it stays that way, or stays with the A350-1000. It's a beautiful model. If you guys have a chance, go buy it. It's a keeper. It's beautiful. Okay, we'll begin here with American 777-300ER off to Hong Kong today. And guess what? This is a flight that AS Aviation took within the month there and back. So that was pretty awesome. I believe he said it was, I want to say he said 16 hours and 55 minutes. So long flight. It would be very enjoyable, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure to get ready for the trip reports coming out on his channel for that. And then we'll have a... we won't have a 777-300, we'll have an American A319. So, be excited for all those. American 777-200ER, we have two of them here. So the first one's heading off to Frankfurt after arrival from... let's see, I'm trying to find something that makes sense. All these really all these aren't very great routes. He came from the domestic terminal after arrival from Mali. And we have another 777-300 or 200ER rather off to I think Belize City is a 777. No, that's a 737. Well, that was way off. Beijing after arrival from Munich seasonal, I'm pretty sure. Seoul. And then we have a 787-8. Yeah, we have a lot of seasonal stuff, but Tel Aviv's also starting September 9th, so that's pretty awesome, but he's going to go to Seoul, too. So, Rome's resuming year-round service on March 30th, so we'll have a lot of new routes in March and April, so be excited for that. And then all on an island by itself, kind of, here we have a American Airlines Airbus A321. Yeah, he's heading out to Tampa after arrival from good question. Charlotte. Kind of running out of routes. Let's see if I can do this without hitting the board again. Okay, that should do it. I need to work on that, so that's the goal for today. Because I'm going to give a couple hints real quick. So this new airport has 24 gates. I have 6 of them done. I'm doing only the taxiway and the gates and that's pretty much it. And I only have gates done, and that's literally it. So, yeah. Oh, the paper's creasing because the terminal's already over here. And, like I said, they're foils, so the paper's already folding because I'm not being very smart about it. But when I was pushing the terminal over here, the paper creases, so we need to be more careful. Okay, American Eagle Bombardier A380-700. He's currently loading up passengers today. I did add some little, if you guys see the little stair things that come on the jetways. I did put some of those over here, so hopefully by the time the full replica is complete, which I'll talk about that later, we'll have all the necessary gates, which that's a real investment, but we'll see. So we have a CRJ-900, and he is currently loading up passengers today with service off to probably off, but Bismarck after arrival from there's no good flights here. These are all Embraer 145s and CRJ 700 or Joplin. Embraer 175 off to Pensacola after arrival from no, that's a bad route. That's not what I was looking for. Springfield again. Embraer 170 ferry flight. He's heading back over to the East Coast. He had to divert on like a Austin to New York or something. I don't know. So CRJ 200 off to Panama City, which is really unrealistic, but anyways, after arrival from Springfield, Illinois. Embraer 175 American Eagle off to not a lot. Memphis after arrival from I'm sorry guys, Cincinnati, I suppose. And we have CRJ 200 and Embraer 175. CRJ 200's off to just, these are all filler routes, by the way, as always, for CRJ 200s. Billings after arrival from Buffalo, obviously out of range, but we're trying to get some routes here. Embraer 175, so a little interesting, or a little upgrade, as AS Aviation would love. He's getting all the mentions today. He's off to Bloomington after arrival from Columbia, Missouri, I think is what that says. So. Okay, American Airlines Airbus E319 with Sharklets off to Austin, Texas after arrival from San Antonio. LUS Airbus E321 pushing back with service out to Las Vegas after arrival from Seattle. 737-800 service off to Washington DCA after arrival from West Palm Beach. A319 off to Tulsa, Oklahoma. B6. Trip poured out on the channel if you want to watch it at some point after arrival from Toronto Pearson off the international terminal. That may be unrealistic, I'm sorry, but anyways. A321 Neo off to Phoenix after arrival from Phoenix. I haven't seen another route where they're flying that yet, so I want to say they were scheduled to somewhere else now, but anyways, now we got a bunch of tags here, so we will get closer for these. Alright, beginning with a American Airbus A320, A319. That is a 320. Well, that's 320. Sorry, the reflection. It's a 320 for sure. Anyways, American Airlines Airbus E320 off to I'm sorry guys, there's no real routes for the A320 obviously, so Austin after arrival from Nashville. A321 Neo, Phoenix, hopefully these keep moving in. I think there was expansion plans, so they look really nice. Hopefully they start flying different routes too. American Airlines Boeing 757-200. He's off to Miami today after arrival from Philadelphia. Aeromexico number 190 taxiing out to the runway with service to Mexico City after arrival from Mexico City earlier. Alaska Boeing 737-800 off to Portland today after arrival from Portland earlier. American Eagle number 140 arrived in from Waco, Texas, and will be off to Jackson. So, followed by a JetBlue Airbus A321 off to Boston as well. I'm still thinking New York, Boston, but obviously we don't have that. So, Frontier Airbus A320 Wilbert the Whitetail off to. I'm sorry, guys. Off to. We'll send them off to. I don't think Newark started yet. And I already said Denver and Branson. You had 747s from London for BA. One World liveries coming in today, so that's pretty awesome. But as of for Frontier, I don't really see anything, so an extra Denver flight. British Airways Boeing 777-300ER, it should be 747, but anyways, he's off to London Heathrow. Delta Boeing 737-800, heading off to Salt Lake City. And then finally, UPS Boeing 767-300ER taxiing across the runway 18 left, and he's coming in from Louisville and will be making a flight off to Los Angeles today. So, update concludes on that note. Yeah, I'm sorry, this was definitely not the most energetic or just completely fun update. The new models not coming in really kind of derailed this update, but not only that, but I really want to expand this, so I'll talk about that now. So the expansion that I've been pondering at, what I want to do is I want to get 4 8x4 tables, so 8x4 boards, and make 4 tables out of it and put it all into one big piece if it's possible. I've measured the room. It's going to be tight, but it's definitely doable. So what I want to do is make a nice big open board table, or a nice big table, have boards underneath for storing models, and I just want to have it out here. I may have said in the past that my original plan was to make the Dallas replica on that board. That all these aren't very great routes. He came from the domestic terminal after arrival from Mali. And we have another 777-300 or 200ER rather, off to I think Belize City is a 777. No, that's a 737. Whoa, that was way off. Beijing, after arrival from Munich seasonal, I'm pretty sure. Seoul, and then we have a 787-8. Yeah, we have a lot of seasonal stuff, but Tel Aviv's also starting September 9th, so that's pretty awesome, but he's going to go to Seoul too. So Rome's resuming year-round service on March 30th, so we'll have a lot of new routes in March and April, so be excited for that. And then all on an island by itself, kind of, here we have a American Airlines Airbus A321. Yeah, he's heading up to Tampa after arrival from good question. Charlotte. Kind of running out of routes. Let's see if I can do this without hitting the board again. Okay, that should do it. I need to work on that, so that's the goal for today, because I'm going to give a couple hints real quick. So this new airport has 24 gates. I have 6 of them done. I'm doing only the taxiway and the gates and that's pretty much it. And I only have gates done, and that's literally it. So, yeah. Oh, the paper's creasing because the terminal's already over here. And, like I said, they're foils, so the paper's already folding because I'm not being very smart about it. But when I was pushing the terminal over here, the paper creases, so we need to be more careful. Okay, American Eagle Barbarian Ace 0-700. He's currently loading up passengers today. I did add some little, if you guys see the little stair things that come on the jetways, I did put some of those over here, so hopefully by the time the full replica is complete, which I'll talk about that later, we'll have all the necessary gates, which that's a real investment, but we'll see. So we have a CRJ-900, and he is currently loading up passengers today with services off to probably off, but Bismarck after arrival from no good flights here. These are all Embraer 145s and CRJ 700 or Joplin. Embraer 175 off to Pensacola after arrival from no, that's a bad route. That's not what I was looking for. Springfield again. Embraer 170 ferry flight. He's heading back over to the East Coast. He had to divert on like Austin to New York or something. I don't know. So CRJ 200 off to Panama City, which is really unrealistic, but anyways, after arrival from Springfield, Illinois. Embraer 175, American Eagle off to not a lot. Memphis after arrival from I'm sorry guys, I'm none of the Cincinnati, I suppose. And we have CRJ 200 and Embraer 175. CRJ 200's off to just, these are all filler routes, by the way, as always, for CRJ 200s. Billings after arrival from Buffalo, obviously out of range, but we're trying to get some routes here. Embraer 175, so a little interesting, or a little upgrade, as AS Aviation would love. He's getting all the mentions today. He's off to Bloomington after arrival from Columbia, Missouri, I think is what that says. So, okay, American Airlines Service E319 with Sharklets off to Austin, Texas after arrival from San Antonio. LUS Airbus E321 pushing back with service out to Las Vegas after arrival from Seattle. 737-800 service off to Washington DCA after arrival from West Palm Beach. A319 off to Tulsa, Oklahoma. B6. Trip poured out on the channel if you want to watch it at some point after arrival from Toronto Pearson off the international terminal. That may be unrealistic, I'm sorry, but anyways. A321 Neo off to Phoenix after arrival from Phoenix. I haven't seen another route where they're flying that yet, so I want to say they were scheduled to somewhere else now, but anyways, now we got a bunch of tags here, so we will get closer for these. Alright, beginning with a American Airbus A320, A319. That is a 320. Well, that's 320. Sorry, the reflection. It's a 320 for sure. Anyways, American Airlines Airbus A320 off to I'm sorry guys, there's no real routes for the A320 obviously, so Austin after arrival from Nashville, A321neo, Phoenix. Hopefully these keep moving in. I think there was an expansion plan, so they look really nice. Hopefully they start flying different routes too. American Airlines Boeing 757-200. He's off to Miami today after arrival from Philadelphia. Aeromexico number 190 taxiing out to the runway with service to Mexico City after arrival from Mexico City earlier. Alaska Boeing 737-800 off to Portland today after arrival from Portland earlier. American Eagle number 140 arrived in from Waco, Texas, and will be off to Jackson. So, followed by a JetBlue Airbus A321 off to Boston as well. I'm still thinking New York, Boston, but obviously we don't have that. So, Frontier Airbus A320 Wilbert to Whitetail off to. I'm sorry, guys. Off to. We'll send them off to. I don't think Newark started yet. And I already said Denver and Branson. Getting 747s from London for BA. One World liveries coming in today, so that's pretty awesome. But as of for Frontier, I don't really see anything, so it's the Denver flight. British Airways Boeing 777-300ER, it should be 747, but anyways, he's off to London Heathrow. Delta Boeing 737-800, heading off Salt Lake City. And then finally, UPS Boeing 767-300ER taxiing across the runway 18 left, and he's coming in from Louisville and will be making a flight off to Los Angeles today. So, update concludes on that note. Yeah, I'm sorry, this was definitely not the most energetic or just completely fun update. The new models not coming in really kind of derailed this update, but not only that, but I really want to expand this, so I'll talk about that now. So the expansion that I've been pondering at, what I want to do is I want to get 4 8x4 tables, so 8x4 boards, and make 4 tables out of it and put it all into one big piece if it's possible. I've measured the room. It's going to be tight, but it's definitely doable. So what I want to do is make a nice big open board table, or a nice big table, have boards underneath for storing models, and I just want to have it out here. I may have said in the past that my original plan was to make the Dallas replica on that board, that to save, or not save room, but to, what am I thinking here, to for it to be a utility and multi-purpose table. What I think would be the most beneficial to do is to have a layer on top already, just the normal table by itself. And then when I do an airport, like when I put the fold-up tables out here for like Pensacola, Tulsa, Reno, or soon the next airport, what I can do is I can put those all on this table, so I have plenty of room for that. And then when it comes to the Storyline Airport, Dallas specifically, I can make another big, like, buy another probably 2 8x4 boards and make it to where those boards have the foils on it for the airport and the new terminals, which I'll talk about that right after this, so that this board can be used for the Storyline Airport and I don't have to like take it up and down and all that stuff. So it's going to be a multi-purpose table. Hopefully that'll be starting in the summer. I want to have that made and ready to go. So that's one of my goals. And then the terminals for Dallas, they're going to be probably double the size of what we have right now is my goal. So pretty big. I would say from here to the end of the table probably. Well, I'm sorry, I take that back. Don't disregard that pretty much. The ultimate goal would be to do the curved terminals like they have in real life. The problem is I'm trying to think of a way I could do that without having to pay for a 3D printer to do it or something like that. So what I'd rather do is make terminals that are that long. Now consider that the other side can't be used anymore. So that's probably about, I want it to be to scale when this the foils happen. Now the table will be built and it'll have plenty of room, whatever, that's great. But what I'm trying to say is when I do go for the actual foils terminal, the ultimate master plan for Dallas, I want it to be a one in. The only time I've ever tried to make it, it's going to be perfect is what I'm trying to say. So, like Tulsa, Pensacola, Reno, I don't think I'll do an actual board for that, but like Tulsa and Pensacola are set. All I'm going to do is add to those. Those are really good, and I'm really happy with those. Albuquerque, I'm probably not going to redo it. It's really good. I'm really happy with it. Storyline Airport changes too much to make a foil or a tarmac for that. Dallas is like it, so it makes sense to make this a really good replica when that does come around. But yeah, I'm not sure, we'll see, but I think the big utility table is our first concern, and then once we get to that, then I don't know, maybe just have it sanded and just have better terminals, and then slowly but surely work on foils. You know, I may want to change the layout or something, so I don't want to be landlocked kind of. So I don't know, we'll see. But I think the big table, I think that's going to make a big difference. I think it's going to look nice and clean compared to these different color fold-up tables. There's nothing wrong with the fold-up tables, but I just feel like it would be nicer, cleaner, and just better looking overall if we had that. And then new terminals as well. I know you guys are probably tired of seeing the Amazon box. That's going to go for sure. So I think what I want to do is for sure in the beginning compromise and do what I could do is what I think I'm going to do is make straight, turn 45 straight, turn 45 straight, turn 45 straight, turn 45 straight is the best way to do the terminals without the turning thing, because let's be honest, I don't think it would come out that clean, me doing it myself. So, I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comment section, please. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I really appreciate all you guys' support. Monday will be Albuquerque to kick off the month as always. I'm excited. Weather's looking good, so we should be back to sunny and a great atmosphere. Hopefully the new models somehow come in tomorrow, but if not, I'll try to get something done over the weekend on that airport, and I'll let you guys know on live streams. For right now, I gotta get the internet fixed. So yeah, Albuquerque on Monday, and I still gotta set the calendar, but I can guarantee Albuquerque will be Monday, and then probably more one-off videos. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, Red River Aviation is signing off.